Good morning. Out on my walk, it was suggested that I just walk around and do a video and chit chat. So here we go. That's fun. All right. That is fun. So I'm trying out a new setting on my, let's go this way. I'm trying out a new setting on my microphone. It's been failing me. I guess maybe it takes a while to get used to. I don't know, but I've had it for a while. And I've tried different settings, and it worked on one setting for a very long time, and now it's like crackle, crackle, crackle. I've lost a lot of good footage. Really have. Spontaneous conversation, funny, and there was so much crackle in it I had to dump it. So if I had a good laptop, I could use there's audio editing software, and what you can do is you can pinpoint a certain sound, and the audio editing will look for that and eliminate it. So that would have been a really good thing. But I'm just using my iPhone right now till I get a laptop. So there we go. I mean, it's okay. I just dump it and redo it. It's all good. So I'm at a park. It's about 7 in the morning. A lot of people are out walking. It's cold. I've got fleece on, fleece shirt. So with the hand on it, yeah. It's all good. I love walking. I'm getting my walking, and I like to do it in the morning. Now today, here, let me move this. Today is going to be dedicated to getting my solar powered up before I take off. Because I don't like to overextend my alternator and battery while I'm driving. Because I had an alternator issue previously, and I won't go into it. So today I'm going to be on my blanket, exercising, reading, editing videos, and having my solar out. It'll be a fun day. It's going to get warmer. What I thought I would talk about, what I've been thinking about, especially being at that other park, are socialization and friends, meeting people, and will they become your friend for the long haul? Yeah. Well, what I have found, and I've been doing this for 3 years, and that's really not long in the scheme of things, as opposed to maybe like somebody like Bob Wells. He's been a nomad for 25 years plus. So he has his friends, I mean, he's met a lot of people, but I mean, his close circle of friends, I'll bet it's probably the same as everybody else's. We really only have a handful. Sometimes even only just 3 or 4, but rarely more than 5 or 6. And that's I mean, that's textbook, that's study. Whoops. I gotta wait. I got a sprinkler right here. I don't want to get wet. Let me turn this around. You can see some sprinkler. Oh, and here comes a truck. Here comes a truck. So back to the conversation. You know, nobody really has a close network of friends more than 5 or 6 people. So that's the way it is. On the truck, Reno, the biggest little city in America. It's okay. I mean, Reno's okay. I thought, oh, it's so cool. I don't know. I don't think Reno's going to be a city that I can't wait to get back to. Nah. Once I'm gone, I saw it, and that's probably about it. Let me going up on the higher end. Over here we have Truckee River, and it's flowing over here. You can hear it. You might not be able to see it. There's so many trees right here. Okay, who am I closest to? Well, actually, I'm closest to my children. You know, I'm closest to my family, not my immediate family that I grew up with, but my children. And that's for obvious reasons in my personal life. You might be best friends with your sister, your brother, your mom, dad, things like that. That wasn't in my case, because I moved away in my early 20s, so. My children, especially my oldest daughter, I mean, we're that's who I'm the closest to. There's a lot of people out here. Oh, I was like, I meet them, and they're like, oh, wow, they're so cool. And then you kind of get to know them a little bit longer. It's like, I think we have too much that is not in common. But it was fun getting to know them and enjoying their company and enjoying their conversation. Yeah. And then in my experience, and this is all improv, and I'm only talking about my experience. The lighting is really bad here, so hang tight, because I'm walking. So one of the problems with walking and filming, here's a good picture of the river. Yeah. That's one of the problems. Oh, look at this. One of the sun's right there. One of the problems with walking and filming, I mean, the lighting. Yeah. Oh, let me move. Here comes people. So, yeah. All that water in the Truckee River is from the Sierra Mountains. Cool. Okay, I'm coming into some shade here. We'll be saved. Hold on. I mean, this is just improv on my life, and everybody's going to have a different experience, believe me. But I thought I'd just bring this topic up, and somebody said, let's go ahead and just, it'd be cool to see you just go for a walk and chit-chat. So, here we go. My experience is, it can be hard to find somebody on the road because a lot of times here's another problem. Nomads move so much. Now, I'm going to move in one direction and somebody I met's going to move in another direction. So, in order to stay in contact with that person, we have to do it via online. Now, one person I really did connect up with, and that was a couple different times, was Max in Michigan. Shout out to Max. Yeah, I connected up with him, and we text each other. Also, Rachel, I met her at Planet Fitness. We text each other off and on because we had a lot in common. I mean, she was in a minivan, and she's into the same things I'm into, and we just briefly met. But we text often with each other on where we are and what's going on. So there are some people I thought, oh wow, this person's so cool, we're really going to connect up with for the long haul. And then something happens like, oh, I don't know what I was thinking, you know. Obviously we are not of the same mindset, of the same mind consciousness. And yeah, okay, I'm moving away, you know. And then you don't really want to contact them anymore. Because I don't think do we really show our true selves right off the bat? We give clues. You know that old saying, people will tell you who they are if we will only listen. Yeah. So, and then you have to listen to what's in here. But yeah, there's people I've met, oh, they're cool, and you talk to them, and then the next day there's something really, like, really, wow. And you just know. Okay, what about people that you meet and they're a total turnoff? With something they say is like, and you think, oh, I mean, that person has a right to be who they are. I'm not saying they don't. They have a right to be who they are, but I also have a right to be like, I don't think we would really get along too well. Being totally courteous and nice and polite, but thanks, but no thanks. And then later, you talk to them, and they're like, oh, well, you are pretty cool. I may have misjudged you. 3 days down the road, they turned out to be real jerks. So, should have went with your first instinct. Yeah. That just happened to me recently. Like, yeah. So, I don't know. Anybody that I met at that other park, so much fun, really great people. Will I continue, is there anybody that I will continue to chit-chat with? Probably not. Probably not. I thought that one would, but yesterday I went there. I know, drama. Sort of like at the casino in Parker, Drama City. Because you got all these people that are there day after day after day. It's like a little city there, only it's a little different than the casino. At least at the casino, you had people who had RVs and, but at that one park, you had people who are literally homeless living in their vehicles. But there were a couple of people like me who were travelers. And one of them, I thought, oh yeah, we're going to be like best buds and we'll contact. But he really isn't techie, so I don't know how that would happen. And then he got drunk last night. He got really drunk. And he went to tell somebody off, and the guy took him down. I mean, my friend is like, he's in his 60s. What was he thinking? Trying to confront somebody who's not in the 60s. And I think he's hurt himself. But he did get drunk. And I went there to see what was going on there. I didn't know anything about him. And I was like, oh my gosh. Oh, he reeked of alcohol. This is not my thing. This is not my thing. Yeah, I thought so you don't know. You just don't know. I mean, you can think one way and then something. So you almost, to get really close to somebody, you really need to know them for the long haul and get a sense of who they are, what they have. Maybe how they present themselves you can look for clues. Like I said, people will tell you who they are. We only need to listen. So, yeah, I don't think there's anybody here that I will keep up with. I mean, how sad, but I probably won't. Yeah. As nice as they were all fun, but they're not going to be my BFFs, so. Yeah, because I'm not into the alcohol thing, getting loaded, and then wanted to pick a fight that you can't finish. I know. Maybe some guys think that they still got it, And oops, I might go back and kind of check on him to see, are you okay? Because I think he ripped his hamstring. I don't know if he's going. I know he's going to have a hangover. He was really drunk. And when I ended up seeing him, he still had, because nobody's really taking care of him. I mean, he had blood on his and then a dog bit him there, which was my biggest fear. Dog bites. That's why I had to stick. So I had to bandage up his wound on his finger. I'm like, yeah. Moi, I'm not a caregiver. I've had my days of being a caregiver. Yeah, I really have. I mean, I had 4 children I brought up, and I've watched my grandchildren, and I took care of myself, and yeah. I mean, I will help. It sounds heartless, doesn't it? I'm really not. I help take care of people, but I'm not a caregiver to idiocy. Yeah. Whoa, Well, Rule number one. Stay away from alcohol. I mean, really. Yeah. This lifestyle and alcohol, I don't think is really conducive to each other. Well, because you're behind the wheel. What if, I always think, well, no, I'm not going to drink, even at night. What if where I was parked and somebody came and I had to move? Well, I would be incapacitated. That would be silly. And then, okay, Reno, so much pot going on. I mean, oh, do you want it? No. I have one guy, he goes, I love it, they smoke pot. But then they really want you to smoke pot. He goes, well, why not? I go, I don't want to. He goes, well, you know, I said, what's a drug? I don't do drugs. He goes, no, it's not a drug. It's like it's medicine. That's what he said, it's medicine. Yeah, well, I don't take medicine either. I take ibuprofen if I need it, and I drink coffee. There you go. I just want to be me. So there you have it. These are things that can interfere with having a relationship with other people. But I guess it's good to find out in the beginning, if you meet people, of who they really are. I think over the long haul, it's like a rolling stone. You know, the Rolling Stone. Papa was a Rolling Stone. Remember that song? Now you're going to be singing that all day. I think after the long haul, after I've been in this lifestyle for a good 10 years, which I plan on, yeah, I'll have some good friends. Right now, I'm pretty new at it, and I've lived in cities, and I've done a lot of city life. And I think this year I would like to try a caravan or two and pick up some friends. Because you know, if you're in a caravan, you probably are going to be the kind of people that are trustworthy. I mean, if you weren't, they would have kicked you out of the caravan life a long time ago. So yeah, I mean, you have to be of a good substance of character to be in a caravan. We've got these slow, here, watch this. It's cute. Slow little men. Relationships. I've seen relationships. I saw online once, they were nomads, and I think they were dating, and they each had their own rig, and they were traveling. I have no idea what their names were, but I caught their channel at the tail end of the relationship. Wasn't a happy breakup. So, you know, romantic relationships, that's a whole nother. For me, I think if you are already in a relationship and you decide, and it's, you know, you're married and you decide, hey, let's get a rig and let's go on the road. I mean, those are going to work probably because you already know how to deal with each other, but connecting up and, I don't know. What do you think? Leave a comment. What do you think about that? You have to be two special people with a lot in common. Some differences, but there's so many things also that can divide us up these days. I mean, one main one is political. If you have your best friend and you are on opposite sides of the political spectrum, wow. And you guys can get along, hold on to it. Very important. That would indicate to me that you're two very special people, that you can tolerate differences of opinions, and that's really what this whole political thing is all about. Nobody is, or I hate to be general like that, nobody, really. There are a lot of people who are intolerant of other people's opinions. I am totally tolerant of other people's opinions. Other people's religions, other people's opinions. Those are your opinions. You are entitled to them. So, yeah. But if you are intolerant and it's not my opinion, Probably not going to be BFFs. But, and there's all kinds of things that can divide us. Right now it's mask or no mask, big divide. Won't even go into it. Sorry I mentioned it. Yeah. Well, food for thought, I guess. And it is interesting. Let me turn it this way. It is interesting, this thing of relationships on the road and having friends on the road. I'm not lonely out here. When I'm by myself, I'm not lonely. When I'm in a group, the only time I ever feel lonely is when I'm in a group of people and I just feel like I'm not being heard or being paid attention to. Then I feel lonely when I'm around a group of people and I'm not being acknowledged. But I never feel lonely out here. I really enjoy being by myself. I enjoy my isolation when it's there. When I meet people, I can talk with them and have fun with them. It doesn't mean we're going to be best friends, but I enjoy the socialization. Is it okay if I don't connect up for the long haul with anybody that I've met here so far in Reno? Not really. You know, it's okay. I had fun with them. That's really cool. So, yeah. Having friends, I don't know, in my opinion, having friends, a lot of them is going to end up being family. The people that you know deep down. You know pretty much everything about them, and they know everything about you. Those are going to be true friends, or at least you've known them over the long haul. And they and you both are tried and tested on who you are, you know, making sure you're not a thief or you're not a liar. You don't lie. You don't, that you're not, you're unempathetic, you know, towards other people's feelings, things like that. So what's really, what I appreciate is when people tell me right off who they are and they let me know who they are, such as like at the park or with that one fella. He let me know right away, you know, who he was. He was hilarious. He was very funny, and it was fun. But yeah, it was yeah. He let me know, and I knew, and I'm sure that it would have been sort of a pattern. Things like that become patterns, and it's just something I'm not really into. So, you know, some people like to be around drama like that, and I really don't. Oh, it's fun to stand back and watch from afar. I think we all can agree with that. That's why we watch TV. We go, woo, you know. But yeah, for the long haul, to touch my life that close, no. So I hope you enjoyed this little chit-chat about relationships and about people and being on a nomad on the road. Yeah. Please subscribe. It really does help me out. Things are moving with YouTube, so give me a thumbs up. Love you guys. Mwah.